this dealership I'm at is called Modern Rentals. It's in Ripon, Wisconsin, and it is the biggest Husqvarna dealership in the state, from what I've been told, and they might have something for me. Let's go look.
But just like the other XPs, it's going to have retained nuts here in this cover.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice.
It is, now that I got used to you, when you are moving them, to get them to loosen up to get your bar off, you got to back off your tensioner, otherwise you're fighting them.
Yep, back off your tensioner. And
yeah, I found that out. You're fighting them all the time. And then the guy I talked to yesterday said that you are going to be getting some of the light bars soon too, like in a week or so.
Everything is on back order right now.
Yeah, I know it is everywhere.
So they did take it outside and play a little bit just to make sure she was running good.
Yeah.
But,
And then same as all the other X-tunes, you just crank them and they'll tune themselves. Yeah.
Right, because this one, she's all ready to go. So.
Yeah. So is it like you're supposed to run it, is it a minute or 2 minutes or something?
It was 5 minutes running it wide open.
Yeah.
I don't know what they've changed now because there's so many different things on this auto tune.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I usually just rip something on the log or something, and it seems to do it.
That's what a lot of guys like doing versus just doing, cookie after cookie after cookie. Is just go down and back, so you're kind of keeping the same load on that.
Right.
So
I like finally they put these
you can see them,
the brass links or whatever that is. Yeah, it's a good starting place for sharpening and stuff. I like that.
Well, that, or is like if I had, I used to do all the sharpening. So it's like if you had a chain where you had to go around again, you just take a little crayon or something, or a paint dot, so you can see.
I used to use a marker on top of it too, but now they have that. It's a good starting point.
So do you repair your own chains and everything too, or?
A little bit, yeah. If I throw a chain, I grind off the guides a little bit just to take the burr off and stuff like that. The major stuff I don't do myself. I changed the muffler, I clean the filter, just the basic stuff, but anything major I usually just... So just the bare saw, what does it go for? I mean, with none of the other stuff? Is it like with just the power head is like 1200-ish?
I want to say it's something like that.
That's what I would have assumed.
She's got the 592s in here or not, but I want to say 592, $1,200 is probably about what it would be.
And what does the new 585 go for, or don't you even know yet?
585.24, MSRP is $1,270. That's with a 24-inch bar. And a 32 goes for $1,310. But if you were looking just for the bare power head, you're probably around that $1,100.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. Yeah. And that one's not auto tune, right? Is it the 80? Is it the 85 that's not auto tune? That was more like the old 372s.
I'm gonna say yes because it doesn't have an XP behind it, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But
so I ran when we were up at the logging show, and I thought the guy said it was for the guys that want to do their own tuning kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's always going to be guys that want to be able to tune their own. This is just.
I've never had a problem at all with my 572s. They just run. They just run.
And then with this, you can keep it on choke, and the auto tune will adjust it. It's not going to like running, but because you'll be like a small engine choking it out. You'll kind of hear it fluttering, but. It's cool.
Okay, so tell me about when you set it up. I mean, what do you normally do?
It says like we set it up, we put gas and oil in it and verify that it's hitting the RPMs like it should, and then the bar is oiling. And then with a cold temperature like it was, we just took it out there, we ran it through our log a little bit and just verified that it's running and screaming like it should. It's a really nice saw, and I think you're really going to like her.
Oh, I know I'm going to like it. I like all saws. Some are just better than others, kind of like beer.
Right.
Excellent. And so then the deal is with the fuel is you buy 3 cans and you get the extended warranty.
You buy the 3 cans of the premixed fuel. They really stand behind your product. The saw comes with a 2-year warranty out the box, but if you buy this product, you get an extra 3 years. So you'll have a total of 5 years on this saw.
Cool. Excellent. Real good. What is your experience with the auto-tune stuff as far as how it's reliability for guys?
Reliability, when it first came out, that 15 years ago area, it had some issues, but they really hammered out what it can do, and that those 550s, that's what it kind of started with. The first couple of years they had hiccups, but they got it dialed in. Steel actually rents some of the software and firmware for some of their
really?
saws. Yeah. So it's
interesting. Oh, I got another question for you. My brother's got the 372G with the heated handles.
Okay, the 372 XPG.
Okay, yes. It's got the heated handles.
Yep.
Is that still available?
I would have to.
Because he wants to get another one. I said I'd ask.
I say it's like I'd have to look in to see if they still make the XPG. I would almost think, but with the new design and everything, I'd have to see.
And do you know, does Steel have anything like that at all? Because I was talking to a guy and he said he didn't think Steel had heated handlebars.
I'm not real sure on what their new products are anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to mention that word, but.
Well, it's like we're the largest Husqvarna dealer in the state of Wisconsin, but we still sell some of the Steel stuff. Like we work on your Steel stuff.
Right,
we try to stock some of the most common chains.
Right, chains and bars and stuff.
Chains and bars. So it's like, but.
Interesting.
It's like we try to keep everybody happy. It's
have
like
you heard?
You got your Ford and Chevy. You got Husqvarna.
Yeah,
So
I know.
Thing. They're both an equally good product. It all depends on what you buy. You buy the cheapest saw, well then you're not going to get.
Right. The consumer saws are consumer saws. Yeah. Yeah. I heard a guy that he had a Husqvarna shirt on. And I asked him about Steels, and he says, "Thou shalt not steal."
There you go. There you go. So.
I thought that was funny. Well, I'm going to walk around and just kind of look at your stuff and oogle at it a little bit, see if there's anything else I got to have.
Sounds good.
Thanks a lot. So they got gloves and they got all the power equipment here. So backpack, blowers, and then they got Echo products. As you can see, they've got a little bit of everything here. And they do have the big one here, the 731, which is a very nice saw. And for the money, it's a really good deal, I think. So yeah, it's a 73cc saw, and it's not even $900. That's something I would like to try. If somebody can get me one, that'd be awesome. And so yeah, they got electric stuff here. Nice. Electric trimmers, gas trimmers. Over here they got all the blowers. So they got lots of different models of trimmers, man, tons of them. Tons of them. And then here's all the saws, starting with the little 120, which is $226. And then going all the way over to the big boy here. They've got one with a big bar on it, as you can see. It's $1,000, and this is a, what is it? I don't even know. What is it? It says, oh, it's a $390. $1,000. It looks like it's in really good shape, and it's got a huge bar. Oh, it's for cutting ice. You can see it's chiseled down for cutting ice, but they got about a, I don't know how long a bar is that. It says 42 inch. It looks longer than that. Yeah, it's a 42 inch. That's a 42 inch bar on there. That's big. And here's a 372. Very nice saw. They're $1,000. It's a 572, 562. I would like one of those. That's a nice little saw. And then they got snow blowers and all that stuff. They've got all the different tools for sharpening here and wedges. They've even got Husqvarna axes. That's kind of neat. Pruners. Little hand saw. That's nice. And then the axes. The splitting axes. Very nice. So there it is in the back of my truck with my orange toys. It's very pretty, don't you think? I think so. Now we're going to head down the road. We're going to go to a spot that me and Tony were cutting at. And we're going to do some more cutting. We're going to go get this bad boy started up, see what she'll do, and have some fun with it. So today was the day. It finally happened. I've only been waiting for, what, 6 months?
Yep, at least 6 months.
But they did say February. And I know you guys are seeing this in March now. Yeah, because I got that many videos ahead. But it's end of February now, and the saw came in. So the reason that I got it is that one of the viewers to the channel said that he had ordered one, and they called him and told him that his saw was in. And I'm like, well, if
his saw's there.
I figured, so I called my place up, and he said they got it the day before, and he said they can get it ready, and I picked it up this morning. So here it is.
Chris, be careful with it because I have to wear sunglasses. It's just so bright.
It is bright. Yeah, it's bright. We're going to fire it up in a little while here and do some video of it. I just thought we'd talk about it first. Now, you were looking up the specs, and compared to the 395, this is the 592.
Correct. When I was looking up the specs, the 395 was higher CC. It was 94 point whatever.
Right.
This one was 92.6.
Okay.
But this one has more horsepower. It was almost like 6. I think it was 5 points. I think it was like 6.
A little bit more horsepower.
Yeah. I think it was, and I may have that wrong, but yeah, it had more horsepower than the 395.
Right.
But then the other big thing that I really noticed was this one is like, I can't remember how many ounces, but it was 16.2 this saw, and the 395 is 17.5 or something like that.
About a pound lighter.
About a pound difference,
A pound.
Now those are head, only including the head, not the bar.
Right, and I'm going to get a light bar right now. They didn't have a light bar in stock, so I just got the regular bar with it, with the X-cut chain. X-cuts now have this brass link here, so you know where if you want to keep track of where you're starting.
I probably shouldn't be sitting here with that.
I'll lay it down for you here.
That's just like pointing the muzzle of the gun.
It is like a muzzle of a gun. But yeah, it is heavier. You do notice it compared to the 572s. I think is it 2 or 3 pounds heavy? I think it's 2 pounds.
I think it's about 2 pounds lighter.
No, heavier.
Or, I'm sorry, heavier. Heavier. I'm sorry.
It's a little noticeably a little bit heavier. So I'm still going to keep it in my rotation when I'm cutting. What I'm thinking of doing is I'll just start with this all the time while I'm fresh, and then go to the other ones and be like, oh, this is nice. So,
this or the 395 is very similar to the 660 or 661 MS.
Right.
They're about 16 pounds, and by the time you put the bar in, you're in that 17, 18 range.
Right, and they're about the same, about 90 cc's in there.
Yep.
I do like the fact that they've got decent dogs on here, because that's one thing I never liked about the one complaint I have about the smaller Huskies, the 572s, is their dogs. They're single dogs, and they're not very aggressive. They're just okay. And when I cut a lot of this barkless oak, or oak that's losing its bark, when you go to dig in to do your, if you got a logling, you go in to do your cut, you dig in, the bark lets loose because the dogs aren't quite deep enough, and this will make a difference. I know a lot of people put aftermarket dogs on.
Well, it's ironic. I was listening to or watching some videos on this, or the suggestion was, do you want 3, 4, or 5 point? And there was an argument for each of them. Some of the West Coast guys liked one way, East Coast. Some of the designers of these were on there talking about them too. And they said it depends on the type of wood that you're using and the characteristics.
Interesting. Well, cool. So it's here, and we're going to fire it up, and we're going to do a little cutting in a little while.
Sounds like a plan.
So yesterday when we were here, we cut a bunch of stuff and we couldn't fit it in. So we're going to load up the rest of what we got here now this morning.
Yep.
And then we're going to do some cutting. So we got to load some wood first. So that's what's happening.
All right.
Tony's taking the easy stuff on that side. I'm going to take the big stuff on this side.
And what did they say about smart people?
Yeah. You're smarter. You're also using tongs. You're way smarter than me. But then again, Tony, that doesn't take much. But this is some beautiful wood.
It is.
Some good stuff. For some reason, you're getting heavier.
Isn't that amazing how that happens, that it gets heavier?
Working my way from the top down into the butt, so each piece is gaining weight. Just like me.
Yeah.
So there, the trailer is full. We threw it in loose because we thought we wouldn't even have a full trailer load full. And we don't even have it all in yet. There's still a whole bunch of stuff over on the side here that we could throw in, but it's full enough for this trip. So we got this done. Next thing we're gonna do is eat some lunch, but when you come back, we're running the new saw. The 592 is gonna scream. Here it comes. Okay, so this is gonna be the first fueling up, even though they ran it at the dealership. They already did that. And they made sure it was running and made sure everything was good. And I see it's actually almost full of bar oil. Let's see how much fuel is in here. It's about half full. So I'm just gonna start with that. I'm not gonna put any in to start with until it's empty. So we're gonna run this out and we're gonna do that. So let's see if I know how to start this thing. It pulls hard. I guess I got to keep the choke on a little longer. I guess it's a real saw.
Yeah.
It's got some pop. Like a motorcycle. Want to hang on to it?
You're gonna let me?
Yeah, you go ahead. You can touch it. I just want to get suited up. I'll do a cut on the stump here just to try it. Sounds different. Feels different.
It's throaty.
I was pushing as hard as I could.
Really?
Yeah, it just eats. It just goes.
I didn't hear it bog down.
Yeah, it just goes. Chain needs tightening, so yeah. There. So yeah, I just cranked on it. I was pushing hard as I could. The rakers need to come down already. I could feel it.
Wow.
Well, because it didn't grab. I just like it when they grab.
it is.
I think it cuts.
You think so?
My God, is this thing loud? I have earplugs and muffs, and it's loud. Is it loud for you?
No.
It's loud.
Well, two observations.
Yeah?
First observation, there were a lot of angled cuts there.
I was just cutting.
Almost like steel. And the second observation, like your mom says, you don't like to share your toys. You just like to go right ahead, huh?
You can make the next cut. I see another dead tree behind you.
Ah.
Let's go look at it. What do you think of that one? Pan up there once, just tip the camera.
Oh.
That's a dead white oak.
Yeah.
That looks like a thing of beauty.
It does.
You want to cut it down?
Thanks for letting me play with your toy.
Very pretty.
You like that?
That was a great cut.
Yeah. He's like he's a professional or something.
Learning from Chris.
That thing screams.
It does. Especially on the 1-inch pieces.
Yeah, I can tell though, this is not a saw you want to run around with in the woods all day.
No.
It's heavy. I'd rather have my 572 for doing this.
Yeah.
But for cutting a big tree down, or for cutting big rounds, really big trees, it's got power. But yeah, you don't want to cut all day with it. Let's go buck up this white oak.
Okay.
very surprised it's not out of gas. I only had like half a tank.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Man, does it cut.
It does. It's a screamer.
It screams. Reminds me of a girl I used to know. So, we just got done doing some cutting. What's your first impressions?
It's a screamer.
She is a screamer.
I'm talking about the saw, not
Yes.
you.
Yeah, it's loud, very loud. It's substantially louder than my other saws.
You're going to have to get other ear protection.
I now wear plugs and muffs, but then when you got a hat on, you don't get that full coverage. So I'm going to get some of the custom-made molded inserts for my ears when I run this. But yeah, I'm surprised we didn't run out of gas because I didn't even have a half a tank.
Yeah, I am surprised. As big as this is.
Yeah, and we cut 3 trees up.
Yeah.
We cut 3 trees up and cut those stumps over there. I mean, we did a bunch of cutting, and there's still gas in here.
Yep.
Let me just look and see.
Very little, but
very little, but there's a little in there. So yeah, she cuts really good. It does need to be worked on. The chain, it was sharp, but not like, it didn't pull me right in. It cut fine, but it just sat there. You know, when you first cut, it should pull you in a little. It didn't do that. So I need to touch it up, get it going good. But by looking at the video, probably when you were filming, you probably looked like it was cutting good, but I could feel it just wasn't. And I tried to torque it as hard as I could into the tree, and I bogged it down one time there. But I was pretty much laying into it every single cut on this white oak that's over to the side of the camera here. I really laid into it.
Well, I was a little respectful with the saw. I didn't go all the way and throttle it all the way like you did. You know, I tried to break it in, but...
Yeah, I like breaking it in hard.
I know you got the extended warranty and all that, but...
Yeah, so that is one thing I did do. I did get the extended warranty with it, because if you buy 3 cans of their fuel for like $30, you get an extra 3 years on the warranty. So instead of 2, you get 5, which is...
That's nice.
On a pro saw, that's substantial.
Well, they have to do that because of the steel, you know.
Steel. Yeah. You know, one thing, I asked him about the heated handlebars, and he didn't think steel has heated handlebars.
No, I didn't. I haven't found anything in their product.
Yeah, he didn't think they meant anything, and I was asking him about the new XPs and what they've done to improve the electronics, and he said it's actually quite a bit of improvement just in the last few years. They've really got it dialed in now, because he said it came out like 10 years ago, and he said when they first came out with the 550s, he said it was okay, but they had some issues where they had to do some fine-tuning, but now they've really got the software that is really controlling it really well. And as a matter of fact, Steel rents the software for their saws from Husqvarna. There you go, a little factoid. And I didn't know that either. He said, yeah, because they developed it and it's so good that Steel now rents that's what he said. This was the dealer talking, so maybe he's wrong.
Sure, he didn't want to
That's what he said. No. Well, the saw was sold long ago. I bought it.
Okay.
I basically ordered this 6 months ago when they were first announced. I was first on the list, first one to get one. So hopefully you guys are seeing this, and it's one of the first videos you're seeing in the United States, because they've been out in Europe now for
at least a year or longer.
I don't think quite a year, a little less than a year, but a while, quite a while. But yeah, she really cuts. And this tree that we cut on this white oak, when I was standing there cutting over the top of it, when you're cutting straight down, it's not an issue at all. It's where you got to reach out and lean. Because it's so heavy to reach out with it. You definitely don't want this for limbing. But if you're cutting big wood...
So what you're saying is your chiropractor is going to be happy you bought this.
I've never been to a chiropractor.
Oh my gosh, you need to be alive.
I went to a doctor once about 15 years ago. So anyway, the 592... I would say is every bit the saw the 395 is, and maybe more. I'll have to run my brother's saw and this saw together. My brother and I will we'll run them. We'll trade off back and forth and just see what we think. But it's fantastic. I really like the auto tune stuff. I don't like to play around. I'm not a mechanic. I just want it to work. So I'm willing to pay on like this saw. The cost I think was 12 something ish, and then I got. That was the power head, and then the bar and the chain, and then I got the fuel, the extended warranty, and a couple other goodies. And I ended up paying like $1,400 for everything that I got. But I got a bunch of other stuff too. So I got a shirt and some gloves.
You're finally using some of your communion money.
I broke my piggy bank.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
So
you heard it here.
Yeah, the communion money is gone. I'm sorry, Jesus. So that is it for today, folks. There it is, the saw. We are done, and we're gonna go unload some wood now.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, come on back. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting, and push some buttons while you're at it.
Good night, Irene.
As long as I can hold it.